Now, this is sometimes why I refer to human design as a rabbit hole, because just when you think it couldn't get any deeper, hello, we're getting deeper, okay? And again, this is the complexity of the system, and my energy is designed to crunch these big complex systems, take what I need, leave what I don't, turn it into, analogies, visuals, things that people can digest and give it to you. I'm making these very short videos to give you a high level understanding so that you can understand your chart if that's your jam. If this is not your jam, don't be eating it. So we are touching on something here now that literally glues and brings all of these components together so far. Gates, centers, um, planetary placements, channels, all of it. Okay, so we're getting to the glue, all right, and like the bow on the cake, if you like, the bow on the present. It's late. Okay, I'm mixing up my words. Let's dive in. So all of these lines that you can see, right? These are where we start to look at circuits, and there are four, three main circuits, and there's a fourth one in there. We're going to go through each of them. Circuitry describes how our energy is flowing through the body graph. These overarching like circuits, and they our channels run along these circuits. Okay, so each channel runs along a certain circuit. It's running along, it's wired a certain way. So each channel sits on a certain circuit, meaning it's wired a certain way with a certain focus. So it determines the way that we exchange energy, process information, interact with the world, right? And when we understand our circuitry, we understand how that channel is wired to communicate, move, create. All right, this is a good one to look at, like how to focus when we're speaking, communicating, like where to focus our message, right? Because this is a big part of how we're going to come across to others. So, first type of circuitry is collective, all right? Um, and I've pretty much just like outlined the wiring, the circuitry. So collective collective circuitry is all about the collective, right? It's about sharing, it's about social improvement for the betterment of the collective for, tomorrow, in the future. Um, so there's two types of collective circuitry. In the green, this is the wiring. And then literally, I've been showing you in all these videos how I've got the channel 1858. That runs along collective logic understanding, the circuit of collective logic and understanding, right? And my other channel, the channel up the top, 6447, channel of abstraction, runs along the collective abstract circuit. All right. So I'm showing you this so you can locate where your channels are and then find which circuit they're running along. That will give you an idea of how that channel and what the purpose of it is for. Is it for collective or for the other two? I'll just quickly go through the other two at a high level. So the next circuitry is tribal. Okay, and we've got two types of tribal circuitry: defense and ego. This is the route for tribal defense circuitry. This is the route for tribal ego. The third type is individual circuitry. And there's a fourth, but it's sort of a subset of individual circuitry, which is um, individual knowing, individual centering, or individual integration. So these are the channels that individual knowing runs along, which is the green, the blue, right, and then the red, which is integration. Now, I don't have all the channels listed out, but these are particular channels. Like as we saw before in my collective one, I know that the channel 1858 is down the bottom here, right? So I know it's collective because that's the collective circuitry and wiring, all right? So I've got these visuals here for you to just find your channels and locate them, right? Now, you may have more than one like me, you may have many. And so when you understand the channel, then you understand what it's for. So I understand that my channel of judgment looking for how to improve systems, to challenge current system structures and provide solutions to improved ones is for the collective, and it's logical. It's a logical channel. It's like, this is broken, and here are the steps 1, 2, 3 on how to improve it. Versus the collective abstract channel, right, which I have up here, which is the 6447 channel of abstraction. Literally, it's called the channel of abstraction, and it's all about storytelling. So it's like opposite sides of the brain, logic and emotion. Yeah? How I'm teaching, how I teach and how I share in my sessions, there's a lot of example, story, and experience. It's emotion. It's evoking the senses, right? It's a sensory experience. The structures which allow me to do that kind of sharing are based upon my channel of judgment, where I am perfecting the process that I'm using to share. So this is a kind of puzzle pieces we can put together when we understand our channels and our circuitry. If you have any questions about this, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to keep it brief and keep it there.